Advance here with none other than Gareth A Davies. We're here in Jeddah. It's fight week. Nice weather out there. You were going to go for a swim. We've had to come in because obviously it's too hot and the camera might stop functioning. So I'm going to move on. Talking about your old pal Tyson Fury just then. WBC a couple of days ago told him he needs to confirm his retirement within 10 days, which is about, I think that was about 3 days ago.
But 6 days after the fight, he's got to do it. He's got to resign his belt. So he's got 6 days to make up his mind. If Anthony wins, he ain't giving that belt up, in my view. Tyson Luke Fury is a man who we've learnt to expect the unexpected from. So he announced his retirement on his 34th birthday. 6 days ago. He's a master of mind games. I think subconsciously or even consciously, he's kind of saying, I'm not interested in that dust up on the Red Sea. I'm just concentrating on my own life. I've achieved all I need to achieve. Let them go and do that. But he'll be back. There's too much money on the table. He's in the prime of his career. Yes, he's been through 3 really tough fights, or 5 tough fights, if you want to say, since he came back and was fighting in America. And the fight with Dillian Whyte, he looked amazing. He's in the prime of his career. Why would he give it up now? He would fancy himself against Anthony Joshua. I think he'd be the clear favourite because of his height and reach advantages and his boxing skills. I think it's harder to get him back to fight Usyk, maybe, but who knows? I mean, look at the money on the table here: $120 million or 98 million pounds on the table for this fight. And if the Middle East backers want to create another huge fight, why wouldn't he come back? Doesn't make any sense to me.
Exactly. Tyson Fury, he is an enigma, but in this present time, is there any heavyweight, in your opinion, that can beat Tyson Fury? Or is there anyone that comes close with their skill set to beat Tyson Fury?
Well, I mean, Oleksandr Usyk you can't write off. I mean, that's a chess match, Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury. But I think Fury will use his height and reach advantages and be awkward and use his jab. Yes, he's going to have to take punches, but he's proven that he can get hit and come up again, stand up, in an incredible way. I think there's some... Anthony Joshua has the punch to knock out Tyson Fury. You can't rule that out completely. He's always got a puncher's chance, a good puncher's chance against Fury, who has indulged in wars more, as we've seen with Wilder. Think about the other heavyweights out there who can beat Tyson Fury. I don't know if this guy's out there at the moment. I think he's the clear number one, head and shoulders above everyone else in the division, only because he believes in himself so much. And I think as he's in a purple patch in his career.
I do want to talk about another fighter making their return back to the ring. Deontay Wilder has announced his next fight against Robert Helenius, October 15th. How much more can we see from Deontay Wilder?
Well, as I say, for Deontay, fights with Daniel Dubois, Joe Joyce, Dillian Whyte, Anthony Joshua, there's 4 great fights. And also he's got to go through Helenius, who's a kind of, if Tyson Fury's Coke, then maybe Helenius is Diet Coke. He's quite a similar style. Big, tall Viking warrior, very elusive, clever in the ring, good chin. I think Wilder knocks him out, but probably later in the fight he'll do that, inching forward, that left hook, big right hand. It's great to see Wilder back. He's not getting any younger. But I think he should park himself over in the UK and have 3 or 4 fights over in the UK. Obviously he's fighting in the Barclays Centre. That'll sell out for him. He's a big name after those 3 fights with Fury. No, it's great to see Deontay Wilder back. I'm a huge fan of the Bronze Bomber.
Another fighter I do want to talk about in the heavyweight division is Andy Ruiz, Luis Ortiz. Andy Ruiz is looking quite good. When we look at the little social media clips, he seems to have lost a lot of weight. He seems to have that speed that he generally does have. Yeah. But what do you make of that fight, and how do you see that fight playing out?
It depends which Luis Ortiz turns up. I think Andy Ruiz is a very clever boxer, as you say, good feet, fast hands, used to being in with the big guys. Ortiz is a tricky southpaw. We saw that against Wilder, that he was befuddling him and had him in trouble for 5 or 6 rounds until that massive uppercut that surprised Wilder himself. He had to wow when he looked back at it on the screen. I see Andy Ruiz winning that fight, because Ortiz, what is he, 50 now? Or some, well, not 50, but he's older. And Ruiz, if he's got the hunger back, wins that fight for me. Simple as that. If he's got the hunger there, he's made his name. He earned massive money out here for the rematch with Anthony Joshua, and perhaps the hunger had left him a little bit. It's back to that Evander Holyfield thing I was talking about earlier, where you get the accolades from becoming heavyweight champion of the world, and you kind of forget how you got there, and you do lose a bit of hunger through the wealth and all the kind of the signings and the new cars and the richness that you experience from being heavyweight champion of the world.